don't understand why that's like that. It says I'm supposed to be live. Not mine. Oh, I am. Boy, it's really delayed though. Chat filter, top messages, all messages. All of them. Wipe them out. Why the hell? Okay. Now I need to get all of them. The file. Exit. Stream Ninja. Again. I love that it always tells me newest version. I love it. And I love that it's telling me to log into YouTube again. Note to self 13 UQ. Please learn how to use the features in Social Stream Ninja and upgrade to the upgrade. I don't see the stream. I don't see the chat. Why do I have to hit it twice? Can you still hear me? Yes or no? All right, he's here. Okay, dude. So let me slow this down first. The first thing is Shift F9, I think. I just turned the microphone off. You cocks. You bitch fucking. All right. So, we need 55 experience points. Why is it telling me to switch? I can't see the chat. All right, it's working. No, now the controller's not working. Lord have mercy, Christ have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Christ have mercy, Lord have mercy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't believe what's happening. I've never had this problem. I've never, ever, ever had this problem. But now let's have this problem. Lord have mercy, Christ have mercy, Lord have mercy. The demons just don't get to win all the time. They don't get to win. All right. Let's talk about this. While I'm just sitting here, I'm going to pause this game. Okay. The helping verbs are be, is, are. Be, is, are. Be, is, are, was, were, been, have, has, had, may, might, must, can, could, shall, should, will, do, did, does. Be, is, are, was, were, been, have, has, had, may, might, must, can, could, shall, should, will, would, do, did, does, being. All of these helping verbs I put as a test a long time ago when I first set up Twitch. I set them into the blocked words and didn't even remember that I put that in there until it took me 2.5 hours after I stopped streaming to figure out how to get that stuff removed. And you had to go anywhere. And now it's 9:53. I don't have time for this. Okay. Let's just play some of this game, huh? I don't even remember where I was, but we just started, and we're on level 4, so we're going to make our way. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I didn't even know. All right, let me see what I have. Okay, we've got some medical herbs. We've got 1, 2, 3 medical herbs. We got 2 lottery tickets, which honestly I might need to sell because I don't. I don't think, Harry. Here's what I want you to know. He just asked me, and I all I really want to do is turn this down. I don't want to just turn it off. Still up. 3 slimes appear. I have 46 hit points. Now, Gwaine, or the hero, the hero of Middenhall, gets no magic spells the entire game. Do UFOs exist? If by UFOs you mean unidentified flying objects, do unidentified aerial phenomenon exist? The answer for me has always been emphatically yes. Because what exactly does that mean? We have not identified them. We have not identified what these aerial phenomenon are. No. Oh, I don't even have enough gold for a friggin' wing of wyvern. This is left 1, okay? We're here in left 1. And there is a Voofoof here. She's bathing herself. I have heard that the heir of our good king. I really hate this. It's like squished, and I'm having a hard time reading it. Has to do battle with the evil sorcerer kill. Okay. The Voofoof. Oh no, this is a bow wow wow. Northward lies the castle of Cannock, my friend. Dost thou think that it was Hargon? Of course I think it is Hargon who attacked Moonbrook and set it aflame. Yes, I think so too. Right, can I go through these? All right, good. All right, so what we're going to save up for here in the gold category is we're going to get armor first. We're going to get armor first. You know what, Chet? I really need to... No, see, that's not the same as... Actually, that is not the same as... Aliens are not the same as unidentified aerial phenomenon. That's the question that you asked initially. And obviously, by their very nature, they could be outside of Earth. But those are two separate questions. If they're unidentified, it means we have not identified them. Now, what is outside of Earth that I, as a Catholic Christian, believe in? Angels and demons are outside or extra terra, extra Earth. They are not from Earth. Angels and demons are extraterrestrials that are unidentified flying objects or unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. Does that make sense? And do I believe in aliens? Yes. Do you know what I don't believe in? I do not believe in illegal immigrants, and I will define my terms, because an immigrant is somebody who leaves their country of origin and permanently resides in the new place legally. If they do not have a legal status, they are an criminal, illegal alien by definition. So yes, I do believe in aliens. And how many aliens are in the United States of America? Upwards of 13 million. Tell me 6 pieces of gold. Well, let's stay then. Good, because that's the definition. In terms of actual aliens, I don't know. As a Catholic, I'm not allowed. I'm not required to disbelieve. It's not against the rules as a Catholic for me to believe that there could potentially be extraterrestrial, humanoid, possible beings in another space in the universe. But Jesus Christ would have needed to redeem them as well. Okay? He wouldn't have had to make a separate event, but he would have been, and God created them as well. I still like what Carl Sagan says in Contact, because it's a very big universe. And for Earth is a very young planet. Our solar system is a very young solar system in the comparatively speaking towards the universe. If the universe is somewhere in the neighborhood of like 15 billion years old, it's pretty close, right? And what are we at? 4.6 billion is, the Earth. That's a young planet for the universe. It's like 13.9 or something billion for the universe since the Big Bang, which is the best theory still. And what happened before that, we don't really understand, because it's like 10 to the minus whatever seconds that they when matter and energy like are in the same spot and light and all that stuff. But in the beginning, see, what is the beginning? We don't really know what the beginning is. Well, the one thing that I know is that we know how it ends. Michael Knowles. I have to look it up. Let me see what it's. Oh, we need to talk about AI. I'm trying to talk and work at the same time. Because you said something is you need to discuss your views in terms of religion and AI or something, Christianity and AI. Because I want to say, while you're formulating your opinion and typing it, I want to say, I don't know if you're aware, but it was the Catholic Church that invented the motion pictures. The very first motion pictures that ever went out there before Hollywood was the Catholic Church. Much like the hospitals, the formalized hospitals and the formalized education systems, especially for seminarians, were started, and the universities were started by the Catholic Church. Now, motion pictures were started by the Catholic Church. And the only reason I say that is, at the time, they were saying, books are a big problem. Books are a big distraction. If people read books, they are getting distracted, and therefore, if they're reading books and they're getting distracted, it must be from the devil. And it was a Catholic Church that had a list of banned books that it was just like, look, if your faith is not strong and you read some of these books, you may get wandered away. However, it's books in general as a media that were a problem at one time, okay? When I was a kid, people always hated video games. People always hated on video games. But TV was the big bad boy. Then the internet came out, and the internet became the big bad boy. You do the internet, I mean, before us, it was rock and roll, right? Rock and roll was a crime. TV was a crime. It was a sin. And all I'm trying to say is that the Catholic Church started the motion pictures, okay? They put these broadcasts out there. And eventually Hollywood is like, hey, we could use this, and we could probably make motion pictures. Anyway. Television comes out. All these things come out. You cannot stop the advancements of the internet, of the cell phones, of whatever technology is out there. Okay, you can't stop it. But what you can do is recognize that just like money, it is amoral. I can't say AI is evil. AI is the mark of the beast, because I used AI, probably right around the time when you texted me what you texted me. I used AI to show the link between the words of Jesus Christ and the faith. The faith. Now, today, I made a public post where I was basically talking about, it was a response to someone I kind of like. There's a live streamer out there featured, and when they were featured, I was like, this is going to be a good thing. And she features, or under her features, she features an individual who I'm like, you know what? She says when you come to her stream, there's no judgment. You can disagree with her, and that's fine. But if you go to somebody's stream and you disagree with them, it's their show. All right, let's see what we got here. Indeed, universities were started in the Middle Ages, as well as the other things that you mentioned, including the Big Bang Theory, which is the universe that had a beginning. All right, the love of money is the root of all evil. That's right. And honestly, oh boy, I gotta heal. So anyway, we got 127 gold. That would be nice. I don't think so. I don't have any spells. We need to get to this. We need to get to this castle. All right, we got some army ants here. They're hitting for 6. I need to pay attention to the gold when this is over because on my ADD is. Oh, he called for help and they came. Good. I really don't like that when the stream comes up, those things get in the way. How do I get them out of the way? The Belgium priest discovered the Big Bang. All right, he didn't discover it. He postulated. If he discovered the Big Bang. Honestly, we see background radiation now, which is much more like a discovery. But yes, you're right. The beginning of the cosmic egg. Nice. See, I was thinking, right? Like, I was watching this guy as I was trying to figure out how to get my Twitch working. There's a guy right now streaming on Twitch. It's got like 5,000 people watching him play Call of Duty. And I'm like, how do you keep track of 5,000 people? I can't even keep track of 10 people. When I get 10 people, I remember when I had all of you guys so angry at me because I couldn't get. All right, we're going to go. What's the save? Save is Shift plus. Shift plus. I don't want to go F1. F3. All right, we're going to go F3. Einstein and many others did not believe that the universe had a beginning. Neither did Aristotle. Aristotle believed in the eternal universe. But you know what none of these people believe in, Jedi? None of them believe in no thing. All right. Because no thing does not exist. The atheist is really just a no-godist, but that's not good enough. Because if not God, then what? Because you can't say nothing. If not God, then what? I just got poisoned. All right, so we got 2 big cobras and 1 poisoned me. Because, see, eternity makes a hell of a lot more sense. Oh, God, I'm going to die. All right, we're going to... Ugh, I can't do anything. I'm dead. I'm going to die right here. Oh. All right, now here's what we do. Now we go function and F3. Bing. Resurrection. Yeah, an eternal universe. That's what I just said. They believed in an eternal universe, which is interesting because here's the problem with eternity, right? It is entirely okay to believe in an eternal future. And actually, as a Catholic, I believe in an eternal, yes. And actually, John Lennox debated, I'm going to put that into chat because it's fantastic. John Lennox debated, and he didn't really debate him, but what's his name was sitting in the crowd listening. The atheist guy that they mocked on South Park when South Park did not become so one-sided. All right, John Lennox, and it's his talk on the existence of God and why it. Richard Dawkins, that's it. All right, hold on. It's just a fantastic little talk because that's the Dawkins. Dawkins was sitting there listening to him when he just gave a speech. It was like his opening little monologue, and it was fantastic. It was like not proof for God, but it was something like that, because you can't exactly prove God. The only thing you can do is by all things out, the remaining thing that is, and this is God. But he's fantastic. I can't find that one. I've got it in my playlist somewhere, so if I can't find it, put it in the link. All right, so he's got something here on AI. I wonder if that's why you're asking about him. I just realized, why is my camera not viewing? Where is Dragon Warrior? Why is Dragon Warrior not showing on here? Has this been the whole time I've been playing? What the hell happened? What the hell? What's going on here? What's going on here? It was working. What's going on here? Why is this doing this? There's no excuse for this. I've never experienced this before, and it shouldn't be happening. It was working. That was very strange. I wonder if it happened because I opened something else. All right, now I'm gonna check the walkthrough because I want to do something real quick. Okay. So in the table of contents, we've got the background story of Dragon Warrior 2. The story, tips before we begin. I want to read the tips before we begin. This is from GameFAQs, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in the chat so Jedi, you could follow along. I'm going to try, but okay. I'll put this right here. I'm so ADD, dude. I don't know that you can click. Yeah, so you can click that. You should be able to click that. And I'm going to click this. All right, so this is the walkthrough. And the walkthrough is completely okay for this because I make the rules. But also because there are some tips. If we go down to the story section, we already read this the other day, but tips before you begin. Probably the most important rule of all is to save often. Talk to everyone. Don't forget to equip your items. This is what I need you to keep reminding me. As you start to get used to watching me play this game, if you see me buy anything, make sure you say, equip it. And if I don't equip it, put my name into the chat and say, equip the whatever it is. Now, the reason I said before, because it's already 10 o'clock, the reason I said before to please, I might not have time for this. I have to work tomorrow. I have to keep helping. I am going to be out of commission. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'm going to be in New Jersey. And then very soon, I'm going to be in Florida helping, and I will be getting paid. And I'm going to set my rate on that because that's going to be a very long and uncomfortable sequence of days. No, I do not work in a restaurant. I take care of priests. And actually, it's starting to become more priests that I'm taking care of. I don't know what I was saying. I was sitting in a restaurant the other day with the priest that I take care of. Because we went to a restaurant and I was sitting there waiting for our table because we went there with the priest for Mother's Day. All right, so don't overlook spells such as sleep and defense. And don't be too greedy like we just were. Don't go into a dungeon. Don't do it too much. All right, so now I also need to remember to get some. All right, so we're going to get a companion very soon, which I think you might have watched me play this before. And we're gonna, when we get this companion, we need to set a save for F4 for when we get this companion. All right, so we're at level 4 going into level 5 now. We have the levels that we need to get this companion. So the part 2 says the walkthrough. This is where everything begins. All right, status, search, spell, item. We're looking for the Prince of Cannock. All right, if you go to that section of the walkthrough, it says follow the king down the stairs. Da 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 da. We did all of this. All right, this is the travel door. We can't go to the monolith. That's why I didn't even go there, because we don't have the keys. All right, see how it says in the, if you do follow along in the game fact, it says this is how much the medical herb costs. This is how much the antidote herb costs. This is how much the inn costs. All right, at level 3, you're strong enough to head a little ways farther from Middenhall. And we're going to skip a little bit. Almost like a finger stretches out into the monolith. Enter it and you will find an old man in a locked door. You can't do anything in the door yet, but talk to the old guy. He gives you a hint onto where to find the silver key. Basically, he says the silver key is in the Cave of the Lake, which is west of Cannock Castle. He warns you not to go inside this cave or you shall surely be killed. Remember this, because when we find the companion, we will also need to go find this cave. So we are going to go into that cave real quick, okay? Just so we can... No, we're not going to the cave. We're going to the monolith to talk to the guy just to get that piece because we're following the story, all right? Now, I also have maps in this game fact, but I have to get them separately. So we're going to go down here. Not there. And we did not get to the castle. We're very close to the castle, but I have to remember where everything is in this game. These ghost mice are actually really pissing me off right now. Oh, I've only got 14 already. I'm going to die. I need to run. I'm not going to make it out of here. We're done. I'm wasting time right now. How do you go from 50 to nothing that fast? We're looking for the monolith. Yes, I've got separate certifications. I did one that was supposed to help me become nationally certified. See, here's the problem. I've been doing caregiving work so long that things have changed so much, and these people go dip their balls into everybody else's business that's actually doing the work. They dip their balls in just so that they can get your money. They do it with certifications and renewals. They do it with business license, and they do it with when they buy politicians. When they buy politicians, they just keep dipping their balls into my money. When Obama was the president, he was trying, he was just too damn stupid to realize if you force people to do time and a half, you're basically saying, look, I can't afford to pay you overtime. And that's what happened. So you don't get overtime. And then I sort of have made some private arrangements as well. I had a W-2 job with a different church, but honestly, it was still school related, and school is bullshit, dude. School is bullshit. I think no matter what you're teaching and no matter what you're around, Catholic doesn't make a difference because it still uses Common Core type stats and it uses NC standards here, uses standards that it's just like, I'm sorry, if I'm a private school, I don't think that I should have to bend the knee to the state. I think you can go F yourself. Have I said the F word yet? Should probably get that out of the way, huh? I really need to just... I could not... How did I even get over here? There's the monolith. I'm gonna get poisoned. Nice. I got a tremendous blow. Okay. Yeah. So if you're still teaching, I would definitely suggest you find anything else that you can do because teaching is bullshit, dude. It's not worth it. It's not worth the salary. It's not worth the time that you have to put in. Nobody gets your back. The administration doesn't give a shit about anything other than bad publicity and lawsuits. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell a story. I was at a school, and a teacher gets fired, and it happened very abruptly. And this little bitch-ass other teacher says, oh, so-and-so got fired today. I was like, what? Really? Or yesterday. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she thought, well, she was crazy anyway. And I was just like, really? So what the hell happened? Well, she hit a student. I was just like, what? Like, there's no way that happened. There's no way that happened. When I hear the story, I'm just like, wow, what a bunch of bullshit. So here's what I found out. What I found out had nothing to do with the story. All right, I have 135 gold. Thank you for reminding me about the gold. Yeah, that's for sure. I'm a male, and I'm not gay. You gotta add that in there. That's one reason. And I'm not gay. And honestly, I lost 2 subscribers the other day, and I think it was because I said something which I guess is considered anti-gay or something. I don't know. It's not anti-gay to say, look, I can't celebrate your cutting your balls off. I can't celebrate that. If you're gonna cut your balls off, I can't celebrate it. Because you know what? If you just want to be respected, then I should be able to clown you and be like, you know what? You stink. You smell funny. You need to go scrub yourself. You stink. That's, you just want to be respected. Then I have to tell you I love you. And if you want me to tell you, like, hey, if you keep playing with that thing, it's going to go off and it's going to hurt you. That would be me loving you and respecting you. If I didn't do any of that stuff, you'd hurt yourself. Or you'd walk around and everybody be like, man, this guy stinks. But that's not what you want. What you want is you want worship. You want infinite acceptance, which acceptance is even not what you want. You want celebration to the fact that you are beyond protected, right? When we talk about protected classes, I don't even know what that means. Jedi, you get me on these fucking soapboxes. There's the first F-bomber. You get me on these soapboxes. And this is why I lose viewers. And this is why all Google has to do is just run their little stupid algorithm, and they're like, no. Because there are conservative videos that have been made that don't go through that. Now, if I make a video that's got my goofy mug and me splashing water on my face and being like 30 years younger, that's going to trend normally. But they're going to squeeze the crap out of it if I say something pro-life. If I say something pro-life, they got to put the squeeze on my nutsack. And the gay thing. All right. I need to. All right. And that's what they do. I've watched it happen in the algorithm, and I'm just like, this is pathetic. And it's so obviously pathetic that you can see it happen. You can watch it happen. And you can think, there is some sort of AI viewing of my video that has to pass through these channels. And when it hears key terms or sees them written out, it's like, oh no. Oh no. Don't you say Jesus Christ is Lord. And they're like, oh no, don't you make a positive video about this or that. And it's just, it puts it through the strangling of the testicle. It's so crazy because I mean, honestly, I've watched shorts just run straight up to like 150 views with nothing. Like driving across the bridge goes 30,000 or not 30,000, goes to like 16,000 views. Driving across a bridge and being like, I can't turn that way. Like you know, doing a remix of a video with the Zelda Kitty here gets like maybe 20 to 40 views, just easy. You put the president of the United States on a video, and it's like it goes through this careful analysis and may get 5 to 10 views. 5 to 10 views. And yet, when you think about what do people say about the president of the United States, you see, all you have to do is go to Google and search the president of the United States. And you will see, when you search that name, what are the first 10 to 15 things that come up? Google pays high prices, or receives high prices for those slots, okay? And their algorithm is so corrupted, and yet people are still trying to say, well, that's not how it works. You gotta tailor your results and this and all this nerd stuff that they talk about. The only thing that matters is you bend the knee to the spirit of the age. And if you bend your knee to the spirit of the age and you're okay to the spirit of the age, you sacrifice to all of their idols, everything's fine. If I had the nose piercing, if I told everybody I was a woman or non-binary, if I put my boobs on full display, I would trend like lightning. I would get whitelisted in no time. I'd be doing commercials right now. But that's not how it works. Because I've got to run my testicle through the don't you say positive things about Jesus Christ. Don't you say negative things about Muslims. Don't you say that if somebody says Allahu Akbar, why is it that they're never good? Don't you dare say that this is a just war that we're fighting. Don't you dare say that. Strangle that testicle. I have to get back to Left One. The good thing is while I'm just talking and yapping, what about Zelda Kitty? She's a girl, man. They don't deball girls. I'm sorry, Katie. No, I'm sorry. Do you need a treat? I gotta get up. I gotta do something. Why is that skinny like that? I'll be right there. I need my drink, and I need to get the treats for the kitty, even though she's asleep. I love you. No, I love you. I really need to take my fiber. She gets spooked very easily. You're okay, kitty. It's time for a commercial break. Have you read Richie Meets the Rainbow? Richie Meets the Rainbow. You can buy this. It used to be trending. It used to be trending in Amazon in the children's LGBTQ plus section. This is a fact. This book was trending in the LGBTQ plus IQ LMNOP. And this book was written by none other than Steve Dace. Steve Dace wrote this book. He's got some very, very snarky and hysterical. Let's just read this really quickly, okay? This book was endorsed by. It's important that every new generation knows that the true origins of pride, and that this book is a pithy introduction into the movement remaking America. This was Hal Kinsey, Parent Education Development Organization, Parental Education Development Organization. Also, just when you think you've already seen the best and most inclusive pride book for kids, along comes this masterpiece. And this endorsement comes from Dr. Gene Poole, the Integrative Department of Independently Organized Therapists. The Integrative I, Department D, of Independent I, Organized O, Therapist T. This book here is wisdom. Only someone with keen insight would open it and be able to calculate how much so. Let that someone be you. That ringing endorsement comes from Lou, L-O-U, Seifer, S-I-F-E-R, from the Societal Action Team Against Narrow-Mindedness, the SATAN. Steve Dace is the host of the Steve Dace Show on Blaze TV, where he tackles truth, faith, politics, and culture with a bold clarity. All right, so there is your commercial break. That's my first live read for a commercial. Actually, I used to do live reads, and I used to skip them because I used to hand the commercials to my friend and be like, just hold it up to the microphone. What? Where the heck is my chat? Why is my... Oh, I see. Let me see what that's like. Those who marry the spirit of the age will find themselves widows in the next. The default conduct was something you mentioned before. I forgot about the schools and politics, etc. I think. Oh, it's my first live read. I'm not getting endorsed by that book, but I do recommend it. It's a quick read. It's good for books, good for children of all ages. It's a great book. It's a kid's book. It's a quick read. It's good for you. This guy put out a lot of his own money in order to get that book, but he got it on the LGBTQ plus in Amazon for like the first 2 days. And now you got to see the reviews because they went apeshit that book was on there. Stupid ass people. They don't even look at what they're doing. That's the low information. That's how low information works. All right, let's get this going. Need to get my walkthrough back up in front of my face. biggest reason that I have no viewers is because I'm too distracted, dude. I'm not consistent. I'm not good looking. I don't have any high quality HD definitions. And I'm not a chick. Here's the bottom line. Is that about Noah's rainbow? No, actually, but here, let's count the rainbow real quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that rainbow has the 7. Let's do R-O-G Roy G Bev. All right, so let's. This rainbow is not just the color of a lark. Wait a minute, where is the thing in there? Because he says, Daddy, it's missing. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Richie felt odd. Dad, why do these rainbows have 6 colors bright when the ones in the sky have 7 inside? All right. Stelty, you're about to get your food. Boy, your food stinks, man. Man, woman. It's right next to you. Right there. All right. Now, we're getting the prince. We're getting the prince of Cannock. We've got to get him. He is not in Cannock, even though we've got to go there first, and we will meet the sister who will tell us where we need to go. Boy, I can't keep all these things in the right spot. The town isn't too hard to find. Once you reach Leftwine, enter and explore. All right, weapon shop. We can't afford anything still. We need to get chainmail eventually, 480. You want to buy a leather shield when you reach town. Likely to be the only thing you can afford. And Cannock is home. Once you leave, walk to Cannock Castle, which is due north of Leftwine. All right, thank you very much. You better not be one of them. You better not be one of them 6 rainbow dudes. I appreciate it, but you better not be one of them 6 rainbow dudes. 6 colored rainbows. No, actually, we've had enough good conversation about some fine-looking women. For the record, I'm a boob man. I think there's a great discussion to be had about boobs and butt. And it doesn't mean I don't like butt. It just means that I'm a boob preference over butt. That will get you That will get you trending. All right. Where is Leftwine? Is it north or south? Oh, it is south. I hope not. We're going to have to speed this up a little bit. I can't believe it's almost 11 o'clock. Boy, did I get that is what you call ice in the kicker, man. Yeah, I'm going to Jersey. I've got a good friend that is turning a very great and shining age. I have not seen this whole family in very many years. It's probably been like 20 years. I'm trying to think. It was probably shortly after my father's funeral. My father's been going for 25 years. We do need to go back and get this leather shield, and then we need to make our way into Canna Castle. Your food is going to drop in like 3 minutes. Yeah, that you. You're always hungry. Thank you, sir. God bless. All right, we are going to have to wrap this pretty soon. When it gets to 11 o'clock, I have to. I don't know what time do you go to work, dude? I know I'm passing the castle. It's around this. It's around here. There's the castle. No, this is the castle I started. Mamma mia. Tazori. Oh, we do need. I'm going to sell these lottery tickets, I swear. Okay, that's good. That's a good time to wrap, man. Zelda, you're about to get your food. It's 15 minutes of play. We can get it. We could probably get into the cave, which you actually have seen the cave already. I feel like the enemies are too much. Okay, I'm going to do something. A function F9. I don't know why I'm running into so many enemies. It's like every other step is causing me to get into a battle. I can't get my bearings here either. There. All right. So we're in Left Wine now. We're going to go up and get a leather shield according to the walkthrough. The walkthrough. Now, what do you need to remind me, Jedi? Whenever, man. Honestly, I'm not expecting to be able to fall asleep when I'm supposed to. Oh shit, I can't. There's my kitty's food. I can't carry anything else, so no, I'm not interested in anything else. All right, Jedi, you're supposed to remind me to go to equip the weapon I bought. We've got a leather armor, and we now equipped a leather shield. That raised my defense. I'm gonna talk to her real quick. See what she's doing for dinner. All right. We don't need to go to the inn because we just used a medical herb. This guy deals in tools. And we're gonna see if I can get. Nope, I don't have any room. All right, so we're gonna go straight north to Cannock, and we are going to function F9. We're already a level 6, which is hysterical. It's okay. It's okay about the comments. What? It said straight north. Well, I'm going. Oh, there, I see it. All right, now we got to slow it down when we get here. I'm blown away by how many enemies. It's all right. When you pick up the silver harp in the other game, it increases how many enemies you have to battle. This is like that. I'm going like 2-3 steps, and I'm running into. Is this where I use the lottery ticket? No. All right, there's the jail. That's where I would go when I have a fallen ally or I'm poisoned or something. These guys got to talk to through the bars. I'm getting tired. Let's talk to this guy so he can tell us where we need to go. Of experience, we need 164. My son Bran already left for his journey. Please find him and take him as thy companion. Dost thou need that? Yes. Venture thy deeds. Dost thou wish to continue thy quest? We do. Nice son. All right, so now we go function shift F3. Remember, when we pick him up, Zelda, you're not coming back, huh? We're looking for the sister. Where's the sister? Here she is. Art thou a friend of my brother? I'm more than a friend. I'm his cousin. Then I shall give thee some advice. My brother has gone searching for the spring of bravery, but he travels slowly. Yeah, even though he travels slowly, we're going to have some problems when we get there. We don't have the key to open that door. We don't have the keys to open the jail. We do eventually need the silver key. I would like to get a wing. And I still can't carry anymore. So can I sell here? We're going to sell a lottery ticket. 53 pieces of gold for this here lottery ticket. And we are going to buy a wing of Wyvern. This will give us an instant carry back to, I think it'll bring us here. All right, so now we're going to go to the Spring of Bravery. So let's see what the thing tells us. Castle Cannock, the ferry, and the inn. So we'd better go look for him. So let's make sure we speak to everyone at the castle and buy the supplies. Then go back outside and fight a couple of monsters until you reach level 6. Look at that. And that way you can ensure you will come back from the cave alive. Once you've reached level 6, it's time to head for the Spring of Bravery. You should save your gold until you have enough to buy the best equipment at Leftwine. That is, don't worry about buying the magic knife, even if you have enough gold to do so. It's best to wait until you can afford the chain sickle. By that time you come back from the cave, it's likely that you'll have enough to buy it. Getting to the cave isn't too hard. Just head east from Cannock Castle to the north side of the mountains and keep going. You will hit another outstretched cape that juts into the water. It isn't really a cape, it just looks like one. But since we already are at level 6, we're going to hyperspeed here. Zelda, you are back. When did you come back? I didn't even notice. Keep an eye on the time. All right, we got about 9 minutes. So we're going to go into the Spring of Bravery. There we go. All right. Do. Are you seeking the Prince of Cannock? It was only moments ago that he was here. I think he may be going to Middenhall Castle, which is where we started. Now we say no. And then we get our health back. All right, so now I'm going to start collecting some treasure chests in here, and then I'm going to shut this game off. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck, now I got to do it again. Say no first. Get our health back. Then we're going to say yes. And it was only... Okay, now we're going to press Function Shift F3. Used to. I had to move. I've moved all over the place, man. And let me just tell you, some health things have changed. And that is an affirmative. I was in a great place, too. I was in a great place. And some health things have changed. Got some stories that I'd love to tell you offline that will never be told on my YouTube channel. Maybe when we do the Nintendo Compromise-a-con. Yeah. Look at that. I just gave it up. I didn't realize. See, in the other games, it puts it back. In the other game, it puts it back. We're going to go hyperspeed because I just want to get the hell out of here. I had to come back, man. There were a lot of complicated reasons why I had to come back. I was renting. I had an apartment. I had to come back. Things were great. I mean, they weren't great because honestly, being in an apartment, you're throwing your money away. I'm not a fan of renting. I think that if you have the ability to own, and if you don't have the ability to own, move to a state where you do. If you're renting, you're giving your dreams and your retirement to somebody else. Yeah, let's just say the Bronx. Yep. That's good. It's not where I am. All right, we're going to use the wing. Oop, no, we're not. Not even hyperspeed on. All right. Go back to this. And we're going to wrap it there, okay, when we get back. Okay. We're going to go... No, we got to get out of here first. Okay, let's take the wing and use it. That gets us back here, but that's not where we need to get back to. Go straight down to left wine. Now he says he was going to Middenhall. Oh shit! I forgot to go to the inn. Let's use the medical herb. Then we're clearing some space. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. See? We bypassed one little scene because we went here instead. All right, now pay attention to this music because this is almost as good as the other music. Hail, friend, I am the Prince Bran of Cannock. Thou art my cousin from Middenhall. Ah. All right, I need to put this... One of the things that I need to do is remember F4, and then I also need to remember that the link for the game walkthrough is in show notes. God, being dyslexic, I can't write. Can't spell. Close that down. Yeah, I used to live at the church. No, I'm back. I'm back in another place where you saw me years and years ago. Put that. All right, this has to go here. This is what we need the walkthrough. All right, I'm going to save that. Save all. I don't know what the hell save all means. And we will do a shift F3. No, we do an F4. And then we'll read the dialogue. We have 2 minutes. All right, we'll do it right now. And then we listen to the music. Art thou my cousin from Middenhall? Ah, yes, it is. I guessed it. Yes, I guessed it. I have been seeking thee. You better not be about to throw up. Oh, I thought I heard you throwing up. All right, so we've got the F4. And now we go back to the F3 as well. Shift F3. All right, let's double check the shift F4, or not the shift. Yeah, we got it. All right, so now we go function F3. Good. Okay. All right, I need to do one thing, and in order for me to do that, I have to go like this. It is 11 o'clock. What is your situation? I do have a TikTok now. Basically, all I'm doing is just grabbing some of my... I don't like TikTok at all. I can't wait to take it off my phone. I am pretty busy, and I do have a lot of different things going on. However, you can follow me, and you can follow all of my angry, devolved things on X. When people start fighting with me and picking fights, and I just try to tell people that they're jerks. But let's try to practice just one. I can't practice that one right now. Is this the one? Is this the one? can't get it. Oh, come on, that's not right. I'm all over the place. Anyway, this is called. It depends on where you rip it, but it is from Dragon Quest II. It is no. It goes by several names. It's actually a Japanese band that made some lyrics to it. I don't know that the original release ever had lyrics, but it's called the Love Song for Dragon Warrior 2. It has a couple of different names. It's like the only something. I can't remember it. Anyway, what's it stored at? Oh, anyway, thanks for watching. We will pick Dragon Quest up. Thank you for not having me curse immensely. I did say some F-bombers, but thank you for working. Honestly, I think I would very much like to stream on Twitch because then you could like do all these bomb things where like, you know, like it takes over the chat and takes over the screen. I just can't get it working. I can't get people to come. When I did this, it was funny because Glenda, I said, was my first viewer, but like I didn't have to worry. Like I could play this and like people would show up and they would stay. I go to Twitch, nobody shows up like the entire time except for you because I told you to come there. All right. Thanks for watching. God bless you.